Hello, Chad the Shad here, reporting from another exotic location, doing very hard work for the RWF. Wanted to give you guys an update and address some things that may have been brought up by some other RWF members. But first, let me get to the legal stuff here, and this goes out to the co-board of directors, Mr. Dave and Mr. Fatal, mostly Mr. Fatal. Now, I went ahead and looked at the contract for Doug Tomorrow. That is signed from the year 3025, and had some of the top lawyers from across the world look at it on my travels as well. Now, that contract is legal and binding, unfortunately. So, we will have to go from there to see what happens with it. But whoever signed that, which was not me, has some questions to answer. Now, I also looked into McMac's contract and his 80% merchandise sales clause. That is also legal and binding. You can thank Dave for that. It also heard some news that his TV series is moving along very nicely. So take that however you want. I know Mitch is not very pleased with that. I can go either way. Now, I'd also like to bring the attention of Urban Jump and his contract status. Yes, he did sign a 4-year deal. He also has a second option in that deal. It is another 4-year term. It is option-based on popularity and board votes. But it is also reliant on him in need of a running mate / tag team partner very soon. So hopefully we will hear an announcement on that. The Platinum expansion is coming along very nicely. I know Mitch will be very happy to hear about that. But as we go to Mitch Fatal, I must bring up the lawsuit. For the lawsuit is hindering me and my work abroad, and it is making things very difficult to get actual work done on my end as I travel. So that needs to be remedied quickly. Now, let's dive into a few more personal items, mostly addressing Amazin Hazen and his European Championship and his so-called greatest title reign. Now, he likes to claim that Mitch was never in his way for this title, and he called out Dave, who was non-active, with a non-active title, and got him to vacate it so that it would be up for grabs. So when Hazen says he ran through both Mitchell Fatal and Dave, I guess he really just kind of stepped over Fatal after I laid Mitchell Fatal out. That's a but scenario. Hazen, you're looking for validation for your title reign. You're looking for some type of traction that you don't seem to be gaining. And you seem to have turned your sights onto me. Now, you claim that I would lose more than titles if I were to go against you. I've told you before, you better be careful where you tread and where you think you can go if you're a European champion. Because there are some areas that you may not have clearance to really be in. Now, I have been traveling, building empires, making everyone on the roster up and down popular and profitable. Hazen, you're going to learn about where you stand. You mentioned that I may be standing in your way, or that Mitch Fatal was standing in your way. You should realize where exactly you are standing now. You may have won this title in a but scenario inadvertently from my actions. Not saying you may have won the title on your own anyway, but that's a different story, different timeline here. but you don't realize that you have now stepped into a championship area. Yeah, you say there's a target on your back, but you don't realize that you are not the target. The championship's the target. And whether it's your front or your back or your side, doesn't matter. You're going to have people coming at you from all angles. Maybe if you took off those shades, you might be able to see exactly where you stand. So while you're sitting on a park bench, I was out getting parks across the world dedicated to me and the RWF, not just laying on them in provocative manners. So while you believe you may be better and that your tenure here hasn't been as long as, say, some of our more veteran members, such as myself, Mitch Fatal, and Dave, you are not above us. You may have negotiated a defeat for one, and simply you took advantage of an opportunity in a situation for another and find yourself with a belt and in the situation you are now. But here, you have to realize that as you call out me repeatedly as if I am in your way, and I didn't really think I am, but maybe I will be, it's that I've been trained by various people across the world in my travels. You don't know where I've been. You don't know how I've trained. You don't know the various competition that I've seen. And that's dangerous for you. So before you step up and throw that strap down and try to gain some traction on that title, try to get some validity by making an example of me, you better take those shades off and take a look on where you stand in the RWF before I knock those shades right off your face.